Welcome to this explainer. I want you to just picture something for a second. Imagine that warm, golden morning light streaming right into your kitchen, and there's this rich, earthy, spicy aroma in the air. Today, we're really setting the stage to explore a daily wellness ritual that is honestly as visually beautiful as it is scientifically fascinating. We are embarking on a cinematic journey, if you will, to unveil the true power of clove water.
Let's dive right in. We all spend so much time, and honestly, so much money, chasing these complex, highly engineered health solutions. But what if one of the absolute most powerful daily wellness habits is literally just sitting there, totally overlooked, right in your spice rack? It's wild to think about. Today we're exploring an ancient remedy that's having a massive modern resurgence, and we're going to look at exactly how and why it actually works. Chapter 1. The Morning Ritual. Just think about the simple beauty of whole, dried spices gently steeping in crystal clear water as the sun comes up. Cloves, or Syzygium aromaticum, have incredibly deep roots. They've been a superstar in Ayurveda for centuries, prized for their warming, stimulating vibe. And in traditional Chinese medicine, they're the go-to for warming the stomach and aiding digestion. Today, this super simple daily ritual is perfectly bridging that ancient wisdom with our modern clinical wellness goals.
And this perfectly illustrates just how versatile clove water really is. A morning cold-soaked infusion that kickstarts your digestive enzymes, naturally freshens your breath by targeting oral bacteria, and gives you this gentle, balanced energy boost without those horrible caffeine jitters. But flip it around to the evening, and sipping a warm clove tea after dinner eases the digestion of heavy meals. Plus, those anti-inflammatory compounds support muscle recovery and oral hygiene while you sleep. It's really the ultimate day-to-night botanical.
Chapter 2. Digestion and Gut Harmony.
So the real hero of our story today is eugenol. This is the primary bioactive compound hiding inside cloves. Honestly, eugenol makes up roughly half of all the compounds in the spice. It's the exact thing responsible for that distinctive, spicy aroma and practically all of the plant's therapeutic power. It is an absolute powerhouse of an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent that gets to work directly on a cellular level.
By simply soaking these little buds overnight, you're creating this really gentle, cold water extraction of all that eugenol. When you drink this on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, it naturally preps your gut for breakfast by waking up your digestive enzymes. It is absolutely fantastic for tackling that uncomfortable post-meal bloating and gas, and as a bonus, because of its natural antimicrobial properties, it totally neutralizes the bacteria that cause morning breath. All of this while hydrating you and giving you a lift without a single drop of caffeine.
Chapter 3. Metabolic Health and Balance.
Okay, so bridging this beautiful ancient wisdom with hard modern science, let's look at a pretty fascinating study published in the Natural and Engineering Sciences journal. The researchers wanted to see what happens when you give an aqueous clove extract, which is basically just concentrated clove water, to rats with induced diabetes over 25 days. And I have to say, the results they recorded were incredibly profound.
Just look at this dramatic drop in blood glucose. The untreated diabetic rats had these dangerously high blood sugar levels, sitting way up at 387 milligrams per deciliter by day 25. But the group treated with the clove extract, their levels plummeted down to 176. The researchers actually noted that the clove extract acts almost like an insulin mimetic. It reduces intestinal alpha-glucosidase activity, which is a scientific way of saying it physically slows down your body's absorption of glucose. Talk about a game changer.
Chapter 4. Immunity and Recovery.
Now, clove water doesn't just stop at metabolism, it also acts as a really powerful systemic anti-inflammatory. In that exact same study, researchers tracked key markers of inflammation. C-reactive protein, or CRP, dropped from over 12 down to about 6.4. Lactate dehydrogenase, which marks tissue damage, went down significantly. And TNF-alpha, a major inflammatory cytokine, plummeted from 815 to roughly 538. What does this actually mean for you? It means the eugenol isn't just making your stomach feel better, it's actively lowering inflammation on a cellular level across your entire body. We also see an incredible impact on oxidative stress. Malondialdehyde, or MDA, is basically a primary marker for cellular damage caused by free radicals. The untreated group was sitting at 4.42, while the clove-treated group literally saw their levels cut in half, down to 2.06. That just proves that eugenol has been there actively neutralizing those unstable molecules, protecting your cells from the inside out.
Chapter 5. The Perfect Steeping Method.
Okay, let's break down exactly how to do this with a gentle cold soak method. First things first, always use whole dried cloves, not the ground powder, so those essential oils release nice and slowly. Second, measure your cloves. We'll talk about the exact number in a second, but it matters. Third, drop them into 8 ounces of room temperature filtered water. And finally, just let it sit overnight for 6 to 8 hours. This slow, cold extraction pulls out all that beneficial eugenol without turning the water bitter or overpowering, which is exactly what happens if you try to boil them.
Now here is the absolutely crucial detail, the dosage limit. 2 to 3 whole cloves. That is it. I know some places online might tell you to use a handful, but the clinical consensus for safe, daily consumption is super strict here. Sticking to exactly 2 to 3 whole cloves totally prevents the water from becoming bitter, protects your stomach lining from getting irritated, and ensures absolute safety from toxicity while still giving you all those amazing antioxidant benefits. Remember, more is definitely not always better.
But hey, if you're looking for topical versatility rather than a daily drink, you can absolutely pivot to a hot steep method to make a highly effective, zero-waste mouthwash. Just take 1 tablespoon of whole cloves, pour a cup of boiling water over them, let it steep for about 20 minutes, then let it cool and strain it out. Boom! You've got an alcohol-free antibacterial mouth rinse that uses eugenol's natural analgesic powers to soothe your gums and kill oral bacteria. And the best part? It costs literally pennies to make.
Chapter 6. Safe and Daily Practices.
So while cold-steeped clove water is amazing and considered totally safe for most healthy adults at a dose of just 1 glass a day, we really need to talk about some rules. Cloves naturally have mild blood-thinning properties. So if you're on blood-thinning medication, you definitely need to exercise caution and have a chat with your doctor first. The exact same goes for anyone who is pregnant or breastfeeding. And this is a big one. Highly concentrated clove essential oils should never be ingested in large quantities and must be kept far, far away from kids due to serious toxicity risks. Safety first, always.
We've really bridged the gap today, taking ancient Ayurvedic traditions and backing them up with hard, modern clinical data. It's just such a beautiful, simple way to optimize your morning routine. So I'll leave you with this question. How are you going to make this habit a part of your daily life? I highly encourage you to share this incredible herbal insight with a loved one, grab a glass of water, drop in just a couple of cloves tonight, and see how you feel tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.